Hello everyone, it's Carla from Casey Creates. I have been working on these accordion paper ornaments, and I've been having a lot of fun. It's sort of a little trial and error thing, so this isn't quite a tutorial, but I really was wanting to just visit with you for a minute and craft and say hello, and I hope you're all doing well. Excuse me, I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. If you're like me, you have a bunch of scrapbook paper stash that you're never really going to ever use totally, and so this time of year I like to craft and especially try ornaments. So I've been working on these, and these are supposedly like a Scandinavian type art. I just think they're really fun. So I thought I'd make one in front of you. I've been trying all different types of paper. I learned the hard way that, I mean, you might like this, but if you use one-sided paper where it's white on one side, like I have these 12 by 12 sheets that are really pretty, but they're white on the other side. And in doing so, I didn't realize how much of the patterned paper I wouldn't get to see. So I took the time to glue these back to back so that the white would be somewhat covered up. But that was a lot of work. So like this is just some parchment colored paper that's the same color on both sides, which makes it much easier. Or you can use, like I used white cardstock and red cardstock, and you just start with a circle, and you need 10 of each color if you want to have the two-tone ones. And this is a slightly different pattern. This isn't the honeycomb pattern, but I thought maybe I'd try to make one in front of you. This one I just added glitter, and so I got some glitter in the way. I'm going to switch and get a clean sheet here, and I'll show you how I did these. I'm not sure I want to do it with well, I think I'll show you with the cardstock only because it'll show up better. And if you can just excuse the glue and glitter that's already on my fingers. And if you want to visit with me while we make another one. I haven't been able to do much in the way of paper crafting or my lace journals that I like to make in quite some time. I didn't realize how much time I was able to spend during the time of lockdown and all of the COVID restrictions. And now that all of those are lifted and we're back to a normal routine, all my extra crafting is kind of gone by the wayside. And so I tend to look at it all sitting there nice and neat in boxes, really wanting to get to it. I'm on a bit of a break now, which I'm super excited about because it gives me more time to craft with paper and fabric and lace and all the things that I was really enjoying. Not that I don't enjoy my pottery, I do indeed love teaching it and creating with it, and we've had a few sales lately, and that's always a lot of fun. A lot of work though. I think some people think my job is like, I mean, for me it's a dream job because I get to do what I love, and I like to say, and get paid for it at the same time, which is a major blessing. But it is indeed work and research, and you know, you're dealing with people and all kinds of personalities and expectations, and when you don't realize it's a kind of exhausting until you get a break and you're like, oh, this is nice. I can focus on something else. So right now, I thought I'd immerse myself in some paper crafting. So the suggestion is 20 circles folded in half. You can use any diameter circle you like. I do think about a, excuse me, 3.5 to 4 inch circle is just about right. Anything bigger, and I think it's kind of awkward, and smaller, you have to have a really fine tip glue so that you're not gluing too much of the ornament together. And I think I've already counted these, and there are exactly 20. You know, this cardstock is kind of special. My mother was so much a paper art lover, and she always putzed around with paper, and she made things that she called paper quilts, and she'd decorate like these 6x6 square pieces of paper with all different kinds of patterns, and then she would glue them together and mat them and make these beautiful pictures with decorative paper quilt squares. And in her stash, I found a file folder of cardstock, and this cardstock was in her stash, and I'm enjoying using it. She would want me to use it, not just have it sit there. So anyway, now that I have all of the circles folded, you then take each folded circle. This is sort of my little guide I made, and you have to take it and put a line of glue in the middle of each circle. And that's all you have to do, and fold it over. And you're going to do that on 20 of these circles. So of course I'm not going to sit and make you watch me do this on all 20, but I just wanted you to see how simple it is. And you don't even need this little guide if you can eyeball where center is and just drag your glue almost completely to the end, like so. So I've got them all glued. We just right down the center. So, and the next step is you take each individual half and I've seen it done several ways. Some where they just put one line on top and then the next one, the line on the bottom, and the next on the top. But on this one, I want to do one line top and bottom. It's not very straight, but and you just line them up almost like you're stacking them, and the middle is like the book binding almost. I really should try to get it a little straighter. There we go. This little fine precision tip on the art glitter glue really helps. But you can use any glue. You can use just a wet Elmer's glue. They sell those glue pens where you can be a little more exact. But like I said, you just do, so they recommend 20. You can do either 10 of one color and 10 of another color, or just 20 half circles of all the colors. I'm sorry, one color. And you just keep stacking them until you have a stack of 20. You're getting almost to 20. And you could put like a little wood block or something here just to make sure they're all getting lined up evenly. I'm not really trying to be that meticulous, but I do think that if you get them nice and even, it'll make for a better end result. Oops, let me move that a little bit more. And watching the tutorials, there's some that are just so nice and neat and even and tidy. I think these would be pretty with metallic paper too, where it's metallic on the front and the back. Or maybe glittered paper, where it's glittered on the front and the back. I think I can do, I'm supposed to do 3 more. One. Two. And one more. 3. I'll try to get it nice and straight here. And I'm just going to clip these and let them dry for a few minutes. Okay, so when you make yours, it'll be a little more neat and tidy than mine, because I'm sure you'll be a little more aware of lining these up. I didn't get mine lined up very neat, but if you'd like to add a hanger, you can use pretty ribbon, cord, even a thin strip of beads, and you just put them down the spine. I don't really know what else to call this, but where they all come together. And if you wanted, you could even put like a strip of paper or something in the middle here, just to make sure those are all nice and glued together. And I'm just going to lay this piece of twine right down the middle. And you could even use a hot glue gun, but I'm horrible at burning myself, so I'm not going to. Just glue it quicker, more quickly. So after you've got them all sandwiched together like that, then you just want to do that same little line of glue and then unfold it. Put that there. Oops. The cardstock is somewhat stiffer, quite a bit stiffer than like the dictionary pages, so you have to be a little more firm when you're holding on to it. And then I just have a little clothespin here to hold it together while it dries, like so. There you have it, another one, the honeycomb ornament. And you can go through and then just kind of gently unstick any that might be slightly stuck together, but I think this one's pretty good. So you can see where I've got a little bit of the paper is kind of tattered, and the core of this paper is white, so I might go in and clean those up a little. Or you can do what I did with this one and just lay down some glue. I took a glue stick while it was still closed and glued all over it, and then rolled it in some glitter to get the edges glued. Now there are better tutorials online where they're showing how you can glitter the edges of it. So I would probably just type in folded paper Christmas balls or something like that. Or you could put Scandinavian folded Christmas ornaments, something like that. But that's the end result of a novice beginner like myself. But you'll find that they're quite fun to go ahead and open up and see the pattern that you get as a result. And they make nice coverage on a Christmas tree. You don't have to have many. I'd say 12 or so, and you'll have enough for them to really highlight them. They'll look nice on your Christmas tree. I like this size. This is probably a 2.5-inch circle. Anyway, have fun playing with it if you'd like, and I want to say thank you for joining me, and it was great to visit with you for a little bit, and I hope you're enjoying your holidays. We'll see you again soon. Bye.